straight up with me and y'all can tell me. Y'all can be straight up with me and y'all can tell me instead of having me running around here looking crazy. Y'all won't answer my questions.
As of this point, we do not know.
Don't know what if she's alive or dead. Tell me that.
Children bring endless joy to their parents and caretakers in countless ways, yet they remain vulnerable to predators, jealous friends, bitter lovers, evil teachers, and bad-minded neighbors. But what happens when darkness takes over and parents receive the worst news of their lives?
Yes.
What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now.
Who is this woman took you to? And he said, my teacher.
Okay.
And so my husband just told him,
Okay.
have you done anything with your teacher? And he said yes.
He said yes.
So, just to make you feel more comfortable, even though...
Hey, Brittany, come on over here.
Yeah.
Did you double lock?
I didn't. I don't actually want my key.
Okay. Brittany, I'm going to turn your wrist in here, okay?
Here are several moments when parents receive the most heartbreaking news of their lives. Starting with the tragic case of Catherine Rousseau, whose early morning routine took a horrific turn when police arrived at her doorstep with news that struck like a knife to the heart.
Do you know who he was hanging out with last night?
So I was with that little girlfriend because that's it.
His girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, there was an accident, okay, involving Mackenzie, Davion, and who we believe is Dominic, from what Mackenzie told us.
Okay.
Okay. Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh, God!
On February the 10th, 2022, police arrived at Mrs. Rousseau's home with devastating news. Her child had been in an awful crash. The car had hit a brick wall, leaving two lifeless. The only survivor? His girlfriend, who had been driving. The officers weren't sure what to expect. Breaking news like this was never easy, and every reaction was different. But as they arrived, they knew that this moment would be one of the hardest.
What's that? Yes. Just...
So there was an incident that we believe
Dominic may be involved.
What?
When was the last time you saw him?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah, everybody was home. Why?
Okay.
What happened?
You want to come out here?
Yeah.
Or do you want us to come inside? It's up to you.
No, but let me put out my cigarette. Hold on.
Okay.
Jackson, if I don't get that cat fed, he climbs up on my counter.
Yeah.
To paint
So,
the bud.
do you know what time did you talk to him? Or did you actually see him?
Yeah, I was making buffalo chicken dip. I'd have to see.
Okay.
Because I made I went to my buddy's friends and then I came home. And I don't know, it was late. I was making buffalo chicken dip. That's all I can remember. And then,
Okay.
You know, I mean, I'd have to look at my phone to see exactly about what time I got home.
Do you know who he was hanging out with last night?
So I was with that little girlfriend because that's it.
His girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I seen one other kid over there, but I can't remember his name. He fixed his car for him. One of his friends fixed his car. I've only seen him a couple times over to fix. He's got like a classic car that the kid was fixing on.
Okay. White kid, black kid, do you know?
Yeah, like a mix kind of.
Okay.
I don't think he's real. I mean.
Okay.
Like,
So he was hanging out with his girlfriend and...
Well, I don't know if they were really hanging out. The kids come over like twice to work on the car. And that's usually what he's come over for, and then he's
Okay.
like, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, just so you know, obviously, Officer Laraconda, this is Father Joe.
Okay, Joe, where are you? Oh, what are you
St.
from?
Joe's in Strongsville.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm also the chaplain for the police and fire department.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
after listening to the ignorant mother, the officers proceeded to say what actually brought them to the house. The mother was ignorant, but had no idea that she was about to receive news that would change her life forever.
Unfortunately, there was an accident, okay, involving Mackenzie, Davion, and who we believe is Dominic, is the third person.
An accident?
A car accident. Okay.
Where?
Last night.
Wait.
Just relax. Just hold on. Stay seated. Just hold on. Just listen.
Yes.
Listen.
Take a deep breath.
Christine, look at me. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, just take a deep breath.
Okay. Right now, all we know is that the driver, who was Mackenzie, is at Metro.
Right.
Okay? Hold on.
So yeah, just
stay seated, please.
take your time.
Please,
There you
just
go.
relax. Take a deep breath.
That's
Take
all
a
right.
deep breath.
That's okay. You're good. Take your time.
Take a deep breath. Okay? Is anybody else home here with you right now?
I'm looking for Christopher, but he's sleeping. Angela's in Florida. Wait, where's Mackenzie's mom?
Okay. They're down at Metro right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
The other two passengers, like I said, was Davion and who we believe is Dominic, okay? From what Mackenzie told us.
Okay.
Okay? Both Davion and Dominic are deceased.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Christine,
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Just sit down.
Oh, God.
Just sit down.
Oh, my God.
Kristen's gonna come outside.
That's okay.
Christine.
Yes. Just take a deep breath. It's okay.
Oh, my God.
No.
Christine,
Just it'll be
Christine.
better.
Please.
No, he can't be. He can't be. What did she do?
Christine.
What did she do?
It would be best.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Is there somebody else we can call for you?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Is there somebody we can call for you? Okay, wait. Okay.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Why don't you have a seat? Here, sit down. Just sit there. That's fine.
Oh, my God. Why would this happen? Where were they going?
Why don't
We
you have a seat?
don't know
we
that
don't
right now,
yet.
Christine.
But can we
Christine.
get somebody else for you at this point?
Is there somebody, any other family
That we
members?
can contact? There you go. Have a seat. Take your time. Take your time.
Christine.
Yes. Can we get somebody else?
We're going to come in with you. Christine, we're going to come in with you, okay? Listen. Where's
Oh, my God. Why did this happen?
Hold on. Relax. Okay, hold on. Where's Christopher?
He's sleeping.
Okay.
He's sleeping. Oh,
Where's
my
it?
God.
Hold on.
Oh,
Where's
my
it?
God.
Just sit down.
Oh, my God. I can't now.
There you go.
Watch that. Which one's Christopher's room, Christine? Christine.
It's all right.
Is there somebody we can contact for you?
There's no way. Are you
Hey,
sure?
Christopher.
They can't save him. You sure they can't?
Christopher.
You sure
Hey,
they
come here
can't
for a second,
save
bud.
him?
Come here.
Are you sure they can't
Listen,
save
just
him?
take a seat for me, please.
You sure they can't save
Listen.
him? How does this happen? How can this happen? They have to be able
Officer
to save
Laretano's
him.
going to talk to you, okay?
Oh, my God.
Christine.
No, they can't. They have to be able to save him. They have to be able to save him. How can they not?
Christine. Christine, do you need me to talk?
Who do you want us to talk to?
Right.
You want to sit?
Who's Frank? Who's Frank?
There's no way. He can't. He's not even 21 years old. How can this happen?
Hello? Hi, Frank. This is Sergeant Marsala with the Strongsville Police Department.
No, it can't be true. 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 It can't be true.
Mom, it's alright, okay?
No, it's not. It's not. It can't be true. It can't be true. It can't be true. Why? What happened at the car? What happened in the car? What did they do? What did they do? I don't like her driving anyway. I don't like her driving. Oh my God, and that other kid, I don't even know it.
The officers proceeded to give the details available about the incident during that period, but this even led to more tense and unsettling reactions.
Oh my God.
Here, why don't you have a seat?
Christine, just sit down for me, please.
Can we get you a glass of water or something?
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This can't be happening. Oh my God, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. Oh my God, this can't be happening. No, how could they have gotten in such a bad car accident?
What happened?
So the only thing we know right now is that we believe he was a passenger in a vehicle, okay? They went off the road on Alameda and Progress, right there, the business industrial park, and they struck a building. Okay. Right now, it's in the preliminary, beginning stages of the accident investigation. We don't know exactly what happened. Okay. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, that we should call?
Christine.
Would you like us to contact?
Chris, is there anybody else that we can call?
Oh my God. Oh my.
We'll be happy to make that phone call.
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know? Okay. Okay. Well, your dad's on his way. Frank's on his way here right now.
It's for sure they couldn't save him, right? They couldn't save him. They couldn't save him. How the f*** is she driving like that?
Do you?
Oh my God!
Hey, Christine. Do you said where's her mom? Do you have her phone number? Do you talk to her?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Hey, Christine, real quick, and maybe even you might know this as well. So, the other person involved was Davion. Do you know Davion?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know?
No,
okay.
there's no way.
Your mom said that Davion helped Chris fix a car.
Dom fixed a car, yeah.
I'm sorry, Dominic. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine,
Chris
man.
wasn't here. He was his dad at Cedar Point.
Okay. Okay. Do you know anything as far as where Davion might live right now?
They couldn't save him. They couldn't save him. They couldn't save him.
Everyone deals with grief differently, but for the officers, the job was far from over. Once again, they found themselves in the agonizing role of bearers of bad news. Just as the weight of the tragedy settled, another family member arrived, unaware of the heartbreaking truths that awaited them.
So early in the investigation that we don't know. What we do know 100% is somebody called it in. Somebody passing by called it in at around 6:15, 6:30.
Called in what? The car was just smashed somewhere?
Yeah. So what it appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road. And they went
right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. That business that's right on Alameda, right where Progress ends, that's right there. They hit that building. They hit the sign out front, and then they hit the building.
But they fall asleep at the wheel or something?
Don't know.
We don't know that. We don't know that. So
two kids are dead. My son's dead. Another kid's dead.
Go ahead.
The girl's in the hospital.
She's in surgery right now.
Oh my God, huh, Chris?
Yeah,
I didn't copy.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, hang on just one moment.
Whatever you might need.
Okay.
Well, I mean, another family member or friend or anybody that you might want us to call on your behalf?
No. This is a nightmare.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That was, what do you think? Somebody called in at 6:30 in the morning?
Between 6:15
6:15, 6:30, yeah.
Came upon it, passing it by.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is horrible. She was in her car?
It was in Mackenzie's car, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is she gonna make it or you guys don't know?
We right now we don't know. She's in surgery right now, so we don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So,
what a nightmare.
the other person that was in the car was Davion.
Oh, who's that? The little black kid, Chris?
Yeah.
I don't really know him.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. You might try calling Angelo?
Yes.
It went right to voicemail.
Angelo was super close with him, man.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. He's in Florida.
Is he living in Florida, or is he just down there visiting?
He just went to see his girlfriend.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
When was he supposed to come back? Do you remember?
He wasn't sure. He just got an open-end ticket.
Okay.
Whatever you would call it. I can't even think straight. Maybe a week or 2 weeks.
Okay.
He'll be back early now. Holy shit. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe this. He texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning, love you, Dad.
He texted you this morning at 3 o'clock?
2:53.
2:53.
Okay, well, that's helpful.
Okay.
Because we couldn't. I think the last time she was saying she saw it around something about 9:30.
They must have went to a party or something.
Okay, very possible. What time did you say it was?
2:53. Oh my God.
Had you spoken with him yesterday at all? Okay.
I thought it was you, Chris. Yeah. Those cigarettes. The fuck nightmare. It's gonna be a long time before this goes away. It's never gonna go away. My sister lost her son 5 years ago. She's still not right. Oh boy.
What was that? Yeah. 34 copies. I'm en route.
At first, it seems like a tragic accident, but the details didn't add up. As investigators dug deeper, doubts turned to suspicions, and soon, the truth emerged. One person refused to stay silent. The boy's mother fought relentlessly, pushing for answers, pushing for justice.
When you and I talked before, in the first time, you indicated that you thought this wasn't just an OVI, that there was something else.
She told me just the other day that they weren't f***ing. I asked her, why didn't you ask me to come get you? And she said, we weren't f***ing or anything. Quote unquote, I don't have it in writing. I only have it orally said to me at the cemetery. So that's what she said.
Do you still believe that theory that there was something more sinister than, any type of impairment involved?
The only thing that to me, I don't know if there's a lot of rumors. I think a lot of people are lying about things. She threatened him constantly. I told you it was 1 week before we had to pick him up on the highway when she threatened to crash the car then. Okay? It's not, I was on with Dom. She sat there and texted me. Dom was out of control. Dom was very calm. So, Mom, you need to come get me. Because he's threatening to crash the car.
We did see those.
Yeah, that's one of the things we wanted to bring up was that text conversation between you and her, and then her and Dom. We got two sides of it. Did Dom tell you that he grabbed the wheel and jerked it like she alleged?
No.
Okay, so when you're on the phone with Dom, to your knowledge, he never grabbed the wheel. It was just her freaking out.
Right. They were on the side of the road, and she said, I'm calling the police if you don't get him. And I said, I'm on the phone saying she can call the police all she wants, but we are on our way. What are the police going to do? No, all I kept saying was there never should be fighting in the car. That's all I said. You don't fight in the car. Okay. And I didn't even in detail read her rants because I don't really give a shit she had to say at that point.
Her determination led to the moment that sealed Mackenzie's fate. On August the 14th, the verdict was clear. Guilty. 4 counts of murder, felonious assault, and vehicular homicide. Sentenced to 15 years to life, no parole until 2037. Her son and his friend were gone, but because of her fight, justice was served. Despite her loss, Catherine Russo had her day of justice. But that was nothing compared to the fire that ignited in this father's soul when he uncovered the unthinkable. The very tutor entrusted with his child's education was, in fact, a predator.
Hey, man.
Hey, don't say hey, man to me. You got a monster. If I was you, you stupid mother, I'd leave her.
Have you done anything with your teacher? He said yes.
He said yes.
When did she earn that teacher of the year?
2 years ago, I believe, at Littleton Elementary.
One late night in November 2018, a call came through, one that would unravel a disturbing discovery. On the line was a 27-year-old teacher reaching out to a father who had just stumbled upon something unsettling on his son's phone. What followed was a tense confrontation, preserved in police records, where emotions boiled over and the weight of an awful situation became undeniable.
What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now. You are a monster. You're a child. Do you understand me? No.
Why do you say that?
Oh, see, I'm a lot smarter than you. I'm so much smarter than you. You do not understand how much smarter than you I am. I got you. I want you to know that now. I got you. Do me a favor. Do not call this number back again. The next time you'll hear from me will be in court. I am coming for you.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a wonderful evening, okay, you stupid.
Can you explain to me? Can we meet, to talk about this? Is there something we can settle out, outside?
Oh yeah, that's what we can do. So I can give you a chance to do it to some other kid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. No, Mrs. Zamora, do me a favor. Do not call me back again. Do you understand me? Make sure you tell your husband what's going on.
He is right here. Can he talk to you?
Oh yeah, put your husband on the phone. I'm more than happy to talk to that dumb mother too.
That afternoon, a routine glance at a tracking app led to an unsettling discovery. Hidden among the messages on her stepson's phone was a name that sent a chill down Maria's spine. Without hesitation, she turned to her husband, setting off a confrontation that would expose far more than anyone was prepared for. But as tensions rose, an unexpected ally rushed to defend the accused, blind to the unsettling truth lurking just beneath the surface.
Hey, man.
Hey, don't say hey, man to me. You got a monster. If I was you, you stupid mother, I'd leave her.
Man, listen.
No, listen to me, you stupid mother. I'll cave your stupid head. Do you want to? I'd love to put my hands on. You're a stupid mother. You know that? You dumb mother. You dumb mother.
Think about, God preaches forgiveness, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna preach forgiveness when I put my hands around your throat, you stupid mother.
I understand your pissed, man.
No, you don't get you dumb. Listen to me. I am not gonna settle outside of court. There's not enough money you could possibly ask and offer me to settle this. Get that through your head. Your woman is a monster. Hey, you want me to tell you the whole story? She had another 13-year-old in there watching the whole thing. She's a monster.
Man, look, this whole situation is crazy. I've never heard of anything like this in my entire life, and I'm sure as a parent, you gotta be livid, pissed, downright hurt.
Stab this mother.
You trust the system. And honestly, this sucks as a husband. As a husband, I am distraught. Let down. I understand, and I'm sure as a husband, you know how this would do to you.
Well, dude, see, the thing is, I don't get with the monster.
I know, God, it's the worst for me. I'm pretty much throwing up. She's confided in me and told me just now all the truth, and it's man, I'm shaking.
Well, explain to me what she's told you.
As a man, I can't really.
No, I want to know. You said she confided in you. Let me know what she told you so I can tell you she told you everything. Let me know if she told you everything. Grab some nuts and talk to me like a man. What the did she tell you she did to a 13-year-old boy?
It's to be honest, it's more of just the messaging and.
Oh, so she didn't tell you everything then? Oh man.
I'm hearing it from you, sir. I'm hearing it from you.
Well, you ain't gonna hear else from me. Not a thing.
So what I'm asking you is if you could possibly, Brittany has been a great teacher for a long time. 5 years, she's done so much for so many students and raised so many people's lives from the ghetto. She's been to, parents' homes to talk to students, really done the tutoring program. She's done so much, and she made a huge mistake. The biggest mistake of anybody could ever make in the whole entire world. But she got invested in a very, very, very bright, smart, and great student, honestly, and a great person, and probably comes from y'all, honestly. And I get you. I get it, man. You probably don't even want to hear my voice. And I wouldn't want to hear my voice either.
I'd like to hear your voice when I got my hands around your throat. Your wife decided to be a monster and prey on a child. She scarred my son mentally. Do you understand what a 13-year-old boy did? Do you get that at all?
What would you say happened? So I know. As a husband, man, I want to know this.
Bro, let me just tell you something. I'm not going to go any further because I need to make sure that you guys understand one thing, is that the lawyers will tell you everything that happened. But I'm trying to warn you, my man. What I'm trying to warn you, my man, is you don't get yourself involved, brother. Don't do that.
Man, that's not what a real man would do.
Well, then look, I'm just going to tell you right now. This is the last thing I'm going to tell you before I hang up on you. Don't waste your time calling me back right now. But what I am going to tell you is, stay by her, bro. Do that. Your mom, your dad, her mom, her dad, everybody's going to know what this sick did. Everybody. You have a wonderful evening. Don't call this phone back. Have a good one.
The furious father had every reason to be mad. As soon as Maria uncovered the disturbing truth, her husband wasted no time demanding answers from his son. What he saw left no room for doubt. Explicit messages, inappropriate photos, and undeniable evidence of betrayal. But the horror didn't end there. Something even darker was waiting to be uncovered.
Our detectives have asked for is it a tablet?
No, it's a cell phone, sir.
Whatever the cell phone is, that we can seize that at this point because they need the evidence. Are you okay with that?
Season it, I don't like the idea, and I told the principal. The only problem is I told the principal he's expecting me to show him all this too.
The criminal investigations obviously will be shared because he's the one that reported this to us.
Before confronting the teacher, John, the pained father, alerted the school principal to the deeply unsettling revelations from his son. Acting swiftly, the principal contacted the police and placed the teacher on administrative leave pending an investigation. But this was only the beginning. What law enforcement and the parents were about to uncover would be even more shocking.
It specifically happened at the school?
Yes, in the classroom.
Okay. There was nobody else around?
I believe there might have been another boy, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But not doing it with her, just like a lookout.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure yet.
How many times did this happen?
I think it happened 3 times.
Okay.
Well, the problem is he's barely coming out with all the truth. You see what I'm saying?
No, I know. Yeah. He's 13. I mean, he's probably
scared right now.
The details of the case were only beginning to emerge, but beneath the surface lurked something far more sinister, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered.
So I'm reading through the conversations, and I've done this before with other conversations of his as well. But this time I saw at the bottom that it had Mrs. Zamora Instagram profile.
Okay.
That's her name. And then what confirmed it is her first name was used in the conversation where either he wrote it or she wrote it.
Okay.
And they put last name. And so then the conversation just kept on. And it was like he was talking to a girl, like his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed my husband the conversation, and then when he came home, we talked to my son. And we told him, we need you to be completely honest right now. We already know the answer to everything we're going to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need you to tell us the truth.
Okay.
So we showed him the conversation, and I said, who is this? Who am I talking to? And he said, my teacher.
Okay.
And so my husband just told him,
Okay.
have you done anything with your teacher? And he said yes.
He said yes.
He told us that when he asked for permission to stay after school to help with the talent show, to set up and make posters, he's doing good. It's the best he's ever done in school, so we are letting him do other things, like participate in sports. And so when he asked to stay after and help, we didn't see an issue with it.
Right.
He even brought home a permission slip to sign and everything. So we said, yeah, go ahead, if they need your help, stay.
Okay.
And he said that that's when it happened.
To add salt to injury, the victim's best friend even had another awfully disturbing chapter to tell.
People started saying rumors, but they're actually true, obviously. One girl was saying a rumor about how probably got Ms. Moore pregnant And there's just other rumors about like how like they're so close to each other, how like, oh, they might be dating. And then Mr. Dickey came, he's the principal, Mr. Dickey, was talking to us, saying you guys should like stop these rumors, and like talking about how can you like solve this situation by like telling the principal, just solving it by a teacher, just talking to them. Rumors, and then we wrote on a piece of paper how to like solve that situation, those rumors, tell the principal and stuff.
The way we actually confirmed that he can pull my son, we just don't, his childhood is already gone, right? I mean, like, he's 13.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You take a moment, please.
After seeing all these facts, the officers got a search warrant and headed to her house. But they met with something quite unexpected.
You guys have no kids, right?
I'm sorry. I wish now. Now I really do.
Why do you wish you had kids now?
Also, I can have, stuff. I don't know all of what's gonna happen right here, so just have a little more pieces of her. Pretty much been an awesome teacher for a long time. One teacher every year. Really? Straight A student, all through high school, college, a bachelor's degree, and a master's.
When did she earn that teacher of the year?
2 years ago, I believe, at Littleton Elementary. She's impressive. She's been doing so many good things for so long. For the students and the school, she's been really invested. And that's probably one of the tributes to this. She's really been invested all on her career life.
As the case gained traction, officers armed with consent from all parents involved sat down with the two boys. What they revealed was beyond anything the officers had anticipated. The confessions were so harrowing that silence filled the room, leaving even the most seasoned of investigators stunned while their parents felt their hearts shatter.
I was texting my teacher on Classcraft because she made an announcement to the class that she was going to be at school, and for us to text her because she'll be bored. So she said to text her so she wouldn't be bored. And I said, "Hi, Miss Mora," and then she texted back, "Hi," and then we just started texting. I can't remember all we texted, but then she was like, "Would it be weird if I sent you a winky face?" I was like, "No, it's just a winky face, LOL." And then we kept texting, and I don't remember all we texted, but I was in my room, and she said, she's like, "I was bored." She said, "I'm bored." I said, "LOL, I am too." And then she said, "Come over," and I said, "On my way," and put the car, and I was like, "JK." And then we were talking about a school dance, and she said, "Are you gonna come?" And I was like, "I don't think so, I might though." And she was like, "Oh, Salty Bae," and she called herself Bae. And I was like, and I just brushed off. I was like, "LOL." Yeah, we would flirt a lot. And we would be out at recess, and I would talk to her, and we would flirt at recess. And then, our principal said that we couldn't do that. We couldn't talk at recess no more, that I needed to go hang out because other kids were getting jealous that I was talking to her and not them. And so I stopped talking to her at recess, and then I would just keep texting. I would text her.
When does the flirting begin?
The first time she flirted with me was a time where she said, "Well, would it be weird if you sent a winky face?" And she's like, "Come over, tell her school and everything." That's the first time she ever flirted with me.
Do you remember if that happened before Christmas or after Christmas or something else?
I just think it was before because she said that it would suck for Christmas break because she wouldn't be able to see me. So it was before, definitely.
Where in the classroom exactly were you at when that happened?
At her desk.
At her desk. Is there another time that something happened?
Yeah, she's done that a couple times, but I can't remember every time. That was just the first time.
I was one of the witnesses, or one of the people that saw Ms. Zamora and my friend. One night, I wasn't there though, told me that, cause he was at his grandparents' house, and he snuck out at 12 or 11, and he went in the car like 3 weeks ago or a month ago.
Did you see them text her? Did you see with your own eyes them texting every day?
Yeah, he did show me messages, and he said, "Oh, me and Zamora are texting." Yeah, so I saw it with my own eyes.
So tell me everything about the messages. What did they say?
They were just flirting.
So what do you mean they were flirting?
Like, they're texting dirty stuff. Like on Instagram, they text dirty stuff. And then every day, Ms. Zamora and messages, so like no one will catch them texting, because isn't supposed to text Ms. Zamora. So, and then when her mom that he'd been texting and texting Ms. Zamora in class graph, he said, oh, we should not be texting, but then now they started texting on Instagram.
She'd be like, okay class, time for CNN 10, get your snacks out and like go find a place to sit down. And then I wouldn't really ever bring a snack. I would just like go up there and I'd press play and I would like put my hand behind the chair and that's when I did that. And then she'll like stand behind me.
The 11-year-old scarred boy went on to make more heartbreaking revelations about things that even happened during school hours.
When we're watching CNN 10, everyone watches CNN 10, and then she has a desk, and then this is a screen, everyone looks that way. So Lauren said like to come over here so we can have cover, so no one can see.
Is there a time that, did you ever look?
Look, no.
Okay.
Because they told me like not to look.
Okay. Did that happen one time or more than one time?
More than one time. Like every day, like at 2:40, we do CNN 10. And like not every day because people want to do CNN 10 and like touch the computer and like unpause it and stuff. But most of the time, you do it, yeah.
Soon after the interview, Zamora and her husband placed a phone call to settle the matter outside of court, but the parents resisted sternly. Not long after Brittany Zamora left her home, she got the shock of her life as the officers already had plans for her.
As I said before, this officer has a body cam on him as well, so just to make you feel more comfortable, even though...
Hey, Brittany, come on over here.
Yeah.
Did you double lock?
I didn't. I actually want my keys.
Okay. Brittany, I'm going to turn your wrist in here, okay?
No, we just want to make sure they don't hit you.
Okay.
In the end, she was sentenced to 20 years in the Department of Corrections in Arizona State Prison. Next is the case of a mother whose infant was found in the cold after the baby was ejected from a vehicle driven by her baby daddy and running at 110 miles per hour to evade arrest.
Zach, how's it going? He's running.
But do you think he's telling the truth that he just left the kid out in the snow?
I do. I think so.
3620.
Oh my God! 85!
On the night of December the 1st, 2024, police in Bryan, Ohio, responded to a call from a Walmart employee about a wanted man casually shopping in the store. The suspect, Zachary Shanker, was being sought in Indiana for vehicle theft. Officers moved in, expecting a quick and easy arrest, but in an instant, chaos erupted.
Zach, how's it going? He's running. Damn, what direction did he go? I see him. We'll be in pursuit. He's heading southbound. 3220, no speeds in excess of 110. I think he blew a tire. We're heading southbound on 127. Be advised, doors open. 3220, if there's any other units that are going to be responding, make sure they are aware there are juveniles in the vehicle.
In a desperate attempt to escape arrest, he bolted, leaving his woman behind with her merchandise. But he wasn't alone, and the company he had with him was about to send chills down his spine whether he was ready or not.
I dropped heading towards Defiance by the stop sign.
Just on the side of the road.
The light. You go straight, heading like you're going to Defiance.
Okay.
And then there's a road that has a curve where you can go towards like Hicksville. He said he left him right there by that stop sign where the curve is.
Do you think he's telling the truth that he just left the kid out in the snow?
I do. I think so.
Okay. Hang on. And this is the youngest one, correct?
Yes.
Is it the girl?
Boy.
The boy.
As officers pursued, they noticed something come loose from Zachary's car. The officer behind him assumed it was just a tire, but it wasn't. Zachary knew exactly what had fallen, but he never slowed down. He kept running, determined to escape justice, while the cops unknowingly closed in on a discovery that would change everything.
He's very hungry.
Okay, I know. We'll get there. If he's truthful about him. Do you want to sit in the car?
The mother, unlike Zachary, was already unraveling, her fear clawing its way to the surface. She couldn't hold it back, not with the fate of the one ejected at high speed into the cold night still uncertain.
Okay, here, ma'am, sit in the car for me. Just sit. The female that was with him just said that he called her and said that he left the baby in the car seat on the side of the road somewhere from here to Defiance. She said she knows one of the roads that she can take me to. All right, ma'am, who's your ride? Is this it?
I think that might be it.
Okay,
yeah.
You're gonna go with me.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you believe that he left? What did he tell you exactly? That he just left the baby on the side of the road?
Yeah.
With the icy roads making pursuit too risky, officers decided to call off the chase, for now. But Zachary's troubles were far from over. Whatever it was that had fallen from his car was about to come back to haunt him and his household, dragging his wife back into the scene with claims that would only make things even more complicated.
Okay, and do you know, if you take me there, do you know where you're going?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Do you have anything on you? Sharp, nothing? Okay, I just gotta ask you in my seat. If you want to push your bags over, you'll be in the back seat, okay? And you said going out of town like the way we went for the pursuit?
I didn't know where you went for the
We
pursuit,
turned and we
but I'm
went
assuming,
down.
yeah.
Okay, alright, just hop in.
Okay, I don't know if he was turning on the TV or not.
Who?
My ride.
Okay, well, we'll worry about that later.
I don't even care.
Yep, just get in. We'll take you back to the PD after. Did he say anything about your oldest?
No.
So why would he just drop the baby off, not any of them? Okay. Is he there? Is he there?
Said that's where the baby is.
Okay. Do you think he would still be there when we get there?
No.
Okay. Do you know if he has any weapons on him? No. Are you sure? Is that where he said he left the child?
I think so. Somewhere right in this area. Right in this area.
Is that a car seat?
Oh my god, that's a car seat there.
Okay. Relax.
Oh god, please let me out.
Yep, you're fine. He's okay. 3620. 3620.
Oh my god! Baby boy!
We'll be on the curb on 127 at the stop sign with that child.
Oh, Mama, got you!
Okay. Keep him on the ground.
I'm just gonna get him out.
Yep, get him out.
It's cold.
I know, get him out.
Baby, it's okay. Mama's here.
Be 127 15 curve.
Oh, baby.
I do believe he is
my baby.
awake. He's crying.
Oh,
we're gonna be on standby for EMS.
Oh, baby. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, baby. Oh, God.
Don't worry about your phone. Okay, get him in. Here.
Oh, Mama's got you. Oh, Mommy's got you. I know.
Here.
I know, baby.
Sit in the car. Come. Is he breathing? Is he okay?
Yes.
breathing.
With the infant car seat protecting the child more than even Zachary himself, Zachary took his irresponsible and reckless lifestyle a few steps further when he took his other 5-year-old child, who was also in the vehicle with him during the high-octane chase, to an undisclosed location, while he abandoned the vehicle and eloped on foot for a while. But the relentless officers followed him up.
This one? Oh, yeah.
Police department. Got one running, Central. Stop or we're gonna send it down. You better get down. You better get on the ground. Get on the ground or I'm gonna send it down.
Even the police dog could sense it. He was a pathetic excuse for a father. But this was just the beginning. His schemes were unraveling, and soon everything he thought he had under control was about to explode right in his face.
Dogs out, dogs out. You better stop. Come on, run. Stop. Here, get in your car, Ashland. Run, here.
16 Central, Interrupt back.
Here. Stand! 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 Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get under it! Stop fighting! Ruin!
Help!
Loose! Loose!
Help! Please stop!
Loose!
Please!
All right, stay still. Stand still.
Please!
Clear! Get over here! Put your head by your back. Put your hand behind your back. Good boy.
I believe he said he had one running.
Pull him over. 101 Central. Sit him up. One in custody. Request a squad for a dog bite. Go get my car.
Central 101.
Just go get my car and bring it around.
Oh, sir.
Huh?
Can you advise your 39?
All right.
Can you please
Just give me a sec.
You're clear. They're being taken.
Wait till I get him put up. Then we'll take care of you. Why did you stop?
I'm stupid.
Huh?
I'm not smart. I'm dumb.
All right, what you got going on in your mouth? Let me see. Your nose? Did you hit your face on the ground or something?
Yeah.
What'd you do, fall? Huh?
Yeah.
How'd you get in that apartment? Huh?
Central 86. I know you were in Rapid Code 10, just advising there's pending agency assist for ATO and a 21 being taken up to Clear.
You got gloves?
Yeah. Back here.
I got some.
Is that your flashlight or his?
His?
I know it's his flashlight.
That was mine. All right. What's your name?
Zachary.
Can you stand up? All right. First off, we're gonna take this off you. Here, hold on. Huh? Well, we got your coat stuck under here. All right. Okay.
Oh. You taking it all the way off, or just?
I just want to take his coat off. All right, you ready?
It was revealed that the officers were able to return Abigail's 5-year-old child back to her. The miraculous escape of the infant was corroborated by the ER doctor, who said the child's temperature was already getting too low, that if not for prompt intervention, it could have gone out of hand. As for Zach, he was charged with 2 counts of failure to comply, 1 count of trespassing, a felony assault charge, and 2 counts of endangering his dependents. While Zach's case was remediable, the next mother faced the most heartbreaking moment of her life. A Halloween drinking party that took a devastating turn.
Oh my God! You're gonna ask me that stupid question right now? Where's my kid? Who's my kid? Where is my child? Don't know what if she's alive or dead. Couldn't tell me that?
She is not alive.
Why? Because y'all trying to protect somebody?
On Halloween night, October the 31st, 2020, police officers responded to a chilling call about 2 vehicles parked by the roadside, with an unconscious lady in one of the vehicles with no accident in sight.
How y'all doing? Who was the one that actually drove by? You saw it first? Can you, I know you've had to explain it a bunch of times. Can you do it just one more time? Because I got to take the statement, okay?
Look, he's going to video it too, so.
So you won't have to write nothing down, okay?
All I know is I was going to go that way, but I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it, so I went to go to the gas.
Okay.
I seen that where her thingies were on, and I was like, well, maybe, she's having car problems. So I pull over, and I seen throughout my passenger seat, and I was like, she must be just slumped over. Maybe she's just drinking.
So you know her?
I didn't know. I thought I knew. I thought it was Kanisha.
Okay.
The person that I knew. So I'm literally like right here. Like I'm like, you can see my truck right there.
Okay, so you said you thought it was your friend Kanisha.
Yeah,
you saw her hazard on.
So the door was already open. I was like, hey, it's like I shook her. And I was like, hey. And I was like, Kanisha. And nothing. So I looked at her. I was like, no, that's not Kanisha. So I like made sure pulse, because I work for Burton. I was like, I already know.
Mm-hmm.
I touched her and I was like, there's nothing. That's when I called 911. And then I seen her face and I was like, that's when I just started like going in shock. I was like, I didn't know what else to do after that.
As officers searched the scene, they uncovered something chilling. Lily wasn't alone. Behind the Honda Accord lay an unresponsive man curled in the fetal position. Nearby, a pair of boots, a baseball cap, and a black rifle hinted at a darker story. A wallet found at the scene revealed the identity of the young woman in the car, 19-year-old Lily Lewis.
Hey, I don't know if dispatch has notified her next of kin or not. I know who it is, so that's not a problem. I think they should have a phone number for it to SO. I was waiting for you to decide if you wanted to do that or not yet.
Well, I think let's at least get her out of here first.
Okay.
I mean, that technically, it's y'all's thing, but however y'all want to do it. I just think if you notify them and they're closed, they're going to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
At this point, the officers faced a dilemma. Remove the body to dodge unwanted attention, risking the integrity of the scene, or leave everything as it was and brace for the fallout. But the choice was soon to be made for them. The secret didn't stay buried for long, but before they knew it, the unwanted but expected began to unfold.
Where's my baby? Calm down. Where's my baby at? I don't have to talk to the kid. Listen, it's your kid. Where's my kid? I don't care. Where's my kid? Is she in the house? Is she in the ambulance? Is she in the hearse? Where's my kid? Oh my God! You're gonna ask me that stupid question right now? Where's my kid? Who's my kid? Where is my child? Libby Lewis. Where is she? Where is she at? Y'all won't tell me a goddamn thing?
Y'all can be straight up with me and y'all can tell me. Y'all can be straight up with me and y'all can tell me instead of having me running around here looking crazy. Y'all won't answer my questions.
As of this point, we do not know.
Don't know what if she's alive or dead. Couldn't tell me that?
She She is not alive.
Okay, well, you could have told Mom. Oh my God! What the? What? There's an investigation. If y'all, okay, there's an investigation. This is funny to you? Is this funny to you? Is it funny to you?
No.
Huh? Yeah, he was. I saw his fucking eyes.
While some officers did their best to console Livy's distraught mother, others intensified their investigation, and soon the pieces began to fall into place. Blood covered Livy's face and car, while clear signs of forced entry showed someone had first tried to break in through the rear window before resorting to kicking and prying the driver's door open, leaving her defenseless. A bullet hole in the dashboard matched the .308 rifle found at the scene, confirming that she had been shot in the neck. Nearby, inside a truck, police found Matthew Edgar's ID along with 2 phones, one his, one Livy's. Meanwhile, Darcy pressed for answers, desperate to know what the officers had uncovered, and more importantly, what they might be keeping from her.
So the investigation, her and one other individual
Possible.
were in the car.
We don't know yet. What happened? We're in the middle of the investigation.
Well, can you tell me some information about what happened to my kid and why she's dead in the car?
All we know is right now that she's deceased in the car.
Whose gun is it? Run the numbers on the... Was it Matthew's gun?
Don't know yet. We have not...
Well, if you were to come up with a conclusion right now, what would you say?
We don't make conclusions, we don't make assumptions. We go by what the evidence has for us. We don't have all the evidence yet. Not at all.
I'm trying to protect... Y'all trying to protect somebody. They're trying to protect somebody.
Hey, you can't go over that. They got these people that go over.
Oh, that's my kid! Well, my baby just did...
I know, but you can't come over here.
Why? Because y'all trying to protect somebody?
Oh, this is a crime scene.
My child, so you just leave my kid just throw there, y'all cover my kid up. No, y'all gonna just leave my kid in the car?
Right now, we have to, that is, standard operating procedure.
Then what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Doing the investigation so my kid get off the side of the road and be late? I mean, just, what the? May I ask what Mr. Egger's injuries was? They teach y'all a lie like that?
Everything okay, Buster?
Who can tell me why he went to the hospital? Why did y'all take him to the hospital? Why did y'all take him to the hospital?
He was leaving the hospital when I arrived.
Okay, well, who was here before you?
He was gone when I got here.
Okay, well, who was here before you?
Just the ambulance.
What was his injuries? What was wrong with Mr. Egger?
That ambulance is already gone. These are just the ones that are here for now.
How do you know if they was here or not?
Because I was here when that ambulance... I passed the ambulance when I was turning on to this road, going back into Woodville Hospital. We have a sister named Tanya. Okay. Tanya's up here at the top of the hill. And wants to know if you'll come up there with her. Like it's Tanya.
No, I'm not going up there with them.
Darcy, Livy's mum, struggled to process the storm of emotions raging inside her. Officers gently tried to move her away before the inevitable meltdown began. After all, losing a child is a pain unlike any other. A wound no words can heal.
What was that together?
I'm here.
You're him? Damn, you're 3 hours. How long? When did this happen, Mr. Maddox? When did this happen?
I've been at the hospital, young lady. Hey, I'll answer your question.
This is my daughter.
Right now.
This is my daughter. This is my daughter.
Right now.
You can't answer my
I
question.
know who it is. But anyway, if you would, if you're way back up yonder, the thing would be up there.
No, I'm not going way up there.
Yes, ma'am, you are. You're either gonna go peacefully or we're gonna put you in the car.
You're gonna put me in the car.
All right. It's just up to you.
I'm not leaving my kid. You're gonna force me to go up there.
Yes, ma'am, I am. Because we've got to process this thing. And I'm not gonna be sitting here talking to you while I'm doing it.
I won't talk to you.
All right. Get up, back up there.
I've never been.
Come on, fellas.
I I'll go.
No,
I'll go.
I got her. I got her.
Oh, damn
Got
it.
her.
Golly, I wouldn't even be in.
Get gone.
Y'all, this ain't gonna treat a mother that just lost her child. You treat a mother that just lost her child like.
I sympathize with you.
Yeah,
Hey, we've got a job to do.
With only one known living person at the scene, officers looked to Matthew for answers. Now stabilized in the hospital, he was their only hope for clarity. But instead of untangling the mystery, his involvement only made the case even more complex.
Okay, Matthew, can you tell me a little bit about what happened while we're waiting on that camera to...
I had no clue what happened.
No clue. Okay, what happened? Do you remember what happened earlier in the evening?
Last thing I remember is I put my kids to bed and I was on my porch.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing I remember.
Okay. Okay. Been drinking in this evening? How much?
Bottle
of?
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam? Anything else?
A few beers earlier in the day.
Okay. Okay. So you just woke up and here you are at the hospital trying to figure out what the hell's going on?
Woke up in the ambulance.
Woke up in the ambulance? Okay. Okay. How'd you get all the blood all over your face?
I don't know.
Because the hospital said you don't have any injury. Don't know. Okay. All right, Matthew. You don't mind if I call you Matthew? You call me JP. You don't have to call me anything else. I'm going to take some pictures of you. Okay?
What am I being questioned for?
Well, there's another vehicle parked in front of yours. Inside that vehicle is a dead man. That's why you're being questioned. I don't know. I have not made it out there yet. So we're just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay? In dealing with me, Matthew, you're going to find out. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. But unfortunately, there is a deceased female in that vehicle that's in front of yours. And my job is to find out why she's... You have a girlfriend?
Kinda.
What's her name?
I got an ex-wife. Her name's Montana. I got an ex-girlfriend named Livy.
Mm-hmm.
No gal out there. I've kept talking to her a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When's the last time you saw Libby? Tonight? What was that about?
It was all at my buddy's house.
Okay. What house was that?
Bobby's.
Bobby Ozan, right there on 944?
She was her, my ex-wife, both was there.
Okay. Who's your ex-wife?
Montana Bocal.
Any kind of arguments with anybody going on over there while you're over at Bobby? Okay. When you say ex-wife and ex-girlfriend, what's your relationship like with both of them?
It's awesome.
Okay, so it's not a typical, I hate your guts.
Hell no.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay.
My ex-wife and her, they're big buddies.
Mm-hmm.
So Libby had my youngest son all day today. And we fucking hung out all day. That's why she came over to bring him back to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is my weekend.
It was your weekend?
Yeah.
So who brought the youngest one?
Libby did.
Libby? Okay. Is she the mother?
No. Montana's the mother of both of them.
Okay. Okay.
But we all got a relationship and we all hang out and stuff like that.
Right.
It's better for the boys.
No, I understand. I agree wholeheartedly. It's the man thing to do. Raise your boy, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Matthew's uninterested body language, mismatched gestures, and hesitant speech raised suspicion, but it wasn't enough to confirm anything just yet.
Okay, so you're at Bobby Ozan's. What else can you tell me of what happened last night?
Me and the boys went to the house. We got home. I put them to bed. I put Fletcher in his room. I put Cooper in my room. Turned on TV for him.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's all you remember?
That's all I remember.
Okay. Everybody over there drinking? Yeah. Okay. What kind of car you have?
I have a 2007 3/4-ton Dodge Cummins. And I got a 2018 Dodge Journey SUV.
Okay. You know where those vehicles are at right now?
My house.
Your house?
Could Matthew have really been at home as he claimed, or was he being used by someone else? These were the questions racing through the officer's mind. But for now, he was the only person pulled from the scene still breathing, and there were far more questions than answers.
It's not looking good for you, Matthew. Because I still don't know what's going on. You don't remember nothing, which is fine. But the cause of girl is not natural. Well, it looked like she got shot. That's what I was out there talking to some of the deputies that are out there. Now, I don't know that for a fact, Matthew. I'm not out there. They don't know either. So we've got to wait for the autopsy and all that stuff. You know how we do things, just like on TV.
The officers just baited him. He revealed too much. And also, these are details only the suspect would know, but he was not done just yet.
Not exactly, but... All right? And here again, Matthew, I will tell you flat out what's going on.
Did they tell you a name? Did they tell you a name?
Libby. I'm sorry for your loss, Matthew. All right, Matthew. I'm going to take you over to the jailhouse now, okay? At this point, I'm going to place you in custody, okay? Charge is going to be homicide. All right? Now pay attention to me. I want you to understand why, okay? Okay. You were found behind the vehicle where the decedent was. There is a family relationship, meaning there was some kind of relationship between you and her. Past, present, future, you know. All right? There is a weapon laying on the ground behind the vehicle, close to where you were found. Okay? Based on that and a few other things, I'm going to place you in custody right now for homicide, okay? So we're going to take you over to the jailhouse. We're going to get you some regular clothes. Your clothes are going to be with me. There is blood stain on the clothes, okay? Which would be indicative of, they're basically what we call transfers, okay? In other words, you were in contact with somebody bleeding, okay? Obviously, the amount of blood on the clothing is not sufficient for your injuries because the only place you're injured is a little bit right up under here, okay? You had no open cuts, no open other than your hand, okay? Here again, that's another reason I'm gonna go ahead and place you in custody right now for homicide.
Matthew seemed unexpectedly vague when confronted with what was coming for him. He insisted he couldn't remember anything, but never outright denied involvement in Libby's death. Yet the blood on his clothes, with no significant injuries of his own, left more questions than answers. It had all started at a party earlier that night, a gathering that now held the key to unraveling the truth. With nothing concrete to pin him down, officers decided to retrace their steps and go back to where it all began.
Y'all went to a party last night?
Yes, sir.
Did you go by yourself or did you?
I was by myself. Yes.
Okay. What, did everybody leave at the same time?
Everybody left, and then all that was left was me, Livy, and Bobby. And I don't remember the exact time.
Well, during the party, what was going on?
Nothing. Everybody was having a good time. Everybody was getting along.
I went to bed about 1 o'clock that night. I just left everybody else outside doing, their thing. They come in there and woke me up.
They being?
Montana and Livy come in there and woke me up and said, hey, get up, let's go outside and drink. And I'm done. I've had enough. And I told them, I said, y'all can go and stay here if y'all want to, because they was pretty drunk.
I was in there for 5-10 minutes maybe. And then she said that she was going to stay the night there. And that's whenever I was like, well, if you're staying, I'm going to leave. I'm going. I don't have no reason to stay. I got up and I walked out. And when I walked out, Matthew was standing in the doorway. So he heard her say that.
And you think he heard Livy say she's going to stay the night?
Oh, I know he heard her because that's what made him so mad.
What's the relationship with Matthew and Livy?
They were dating. They've been split up for a month or so.
When was the last time they was together to your knowledge?
Dating wise, her birthday weekend, beginning of October.
So you come out, he's standing there, what happened then?
I turn around and I open Bobby's door back up and I was like, Matthew's here and he's pissed. I just knew he was mad. I seen it.
Bobby's bedroom door?
Mm-hmm.
Montana done walked out of my hallway, which walks into my garage area. And I could hear a bunch of screaming and beating, and so I knew they was fighting automatically.
I tried to walk past him to leave, and
he wouldn't let you?
No. He tried to choke me.
He what?
He tried to choke me. And then that's when I went and got Bobby.
Well, when I go out there, he's over there kicking her car and beating her car and all that. Well, he goes after her again. Well, I just grab him and hold him up against the car and scream at him, quit, whatever. Well, he's just yelling top line, he's gonna kill and all this other stuff. And about that time, Livy comes behind me, headed toward her car. Her car, everybody had a car. He had a vehicle. Montana had a vehicle. Livy, they all three had their own vehicle. Her car was parked over towards Woodline. Well, she started to her car, and he took off after her again. I took off after her. So I got him and strained him up against the car again, and she come the driveway, turning up the road, and then Montana got to her car and got back in it. And then as soon as I let him go, he tore out and got his car and he gave chase. And I figured that was the end of it.
The interviews with Bobby and Montana shed some light on the case, but many questions remained unanswered. That was about to change. At first, a search of Matthew's house turned up nothing useful, but just days later, the house mysteriously burned down. Then came an even more intriguing discovery. Zachary Hogan, Matthew's cousin, found the key fob to Libby's car at Matthew's grandparents' home. And also, his own car was stolen. A Ford F-159 was also missing at that point. The puzzle was beginning to get darker.
So at any point in time, did you give Matthew permission to operate your vehicle?
No.
Has he ever operated your vehicle before?
Yes.
Right, and he knows the door code, and keys are generally left in the ignition because you have a door code.
Yes. And I told him the door code that day about noon.
So what was your reaction when you found out your truck was not there?
I was mad.
Okay. Did you have an assumption of who took it?
Yeah.
And who was that?
Matthew.
Matthew. Did you know where your truck was when you saw it missing?
No.
The police were already over at Matthew's, and you were walking out just to see what's going on?
Yeah.
And you found these keys.
Yeah.
Tell me about these keys you found.
They were just laying in the rocks right beside the driveway.
The little white rock, blue rock, what?
It's alright.
Blue rock, kind of like blue rock?
Yeah.
Next to the driveway, on the right side of the driveway.
Pulling in from the highway?
Yeah.
It's on the right.
It's on the right.
So I'm halfway down the driveway.
And they were just laying there?
Yeah.
And that's not where they normally stay?
No.
Where do they normally stay?
I mean, I imagine with her in her car.
Sounds like a stupid question, but I gotta ask.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. All right, so you pick up these keys. You realize that they're not yours.
I thought they were mine. I was making sure they weren't Montana's, so I was going to tell Montana, here's your keys.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, officers called Montana back in for questioning, eager to hear what she had to say about the key fob. Whatever her answer was, it could either bring clarity or make the case even more tangled.
But the key fob for Lady's car was found
In the driveway.
in the driveway. Who found it?
Matthew's mom.
Matthew's mom. And what did she say?
She took it into the house and put it up, and whenever the Texas Rangers come, she did not want to give it to them, and that's when Matthew's uncle walked in there and told her that she had to give it to them, that they were going to cooperate through the whole investigation, and then she gave it to him.
Where was the key fob? Were you there when she found it, or?
I was in the house with Matthew's cousin Macy, talking to her, and they come inside talking about that they had found it. And I want to say she put, like, when you walk in, the brick house, there's like a big china cabinet, and it has dishes and everything in it. And I want to say she put it in one of those little bowls that has extra keys and everything else in it.
Did that strike you as odd that she didn't want to give it back?
Yeah.
Montana has been helpful, or at least it seems so far, but her testimony contradicted that of Zach about the key fob. Perhaps she wanted to pull Matthew's grandma into this, or there was more to it, but either way, out of the blue, the officers received a call from someone who had passed the incident that night before. It turned out that another woman had passed the scene even before the 911 caller, but failed to report anything. However, she later came forward with her testimony, adding yet another layer to the unfolding case, and her testimony made the cops summon Montana back for clarity once again.
At any point after the party bumping was in, were you ever on the scene where Levy was killed?
No.
No.
I did not even know Libby was until 8:30 or 9 o'clock the next morning.
Montana gave a strange headshake, one that looked more like a hesitant yes than a firm no. She was completely closed off, her body pressed as close to the wall as possible, even more detached than in her last interview. But one detail stood out. Between these two interrogations, she had dyed her hair dark, and whether intentional or not, this small change would soon become significant. Even more telling was how she deflected when asked about Libby's death, steering the conversation towards something entirely different. It was a subtle move, but one that didn't go unnoticed.
You supplied these text messages to the text message.
Yes.
Now, most of those text messages were what they call iMessages.
Yes.
Because you had internet service.
Right.
The last message you sent them is, WTF are you doing?
Yes.
What was that about?
I don't know.
Okay. But you never left the house?
No.
Never went outside?
No.
Because that's a text message. That indicates that you were outside of Wi-Fi when you sent that text message. So that implies, it's a whole. All your other messages were iMessages, so you had internet service, Wi-Fi, whatever. When you sent that message, it's a text message. So that means you were outside of Wi-Fi coverage.
Right. But I never left the house and I never went outside.
And one of those text messages Edgar told you, you asked, where's Libby? What was his response? Did he ever tell you Libby was?
Yes.
And that was during those reports of those text messages you supplied to the text line?
Yes.
What do you think?
I didn't believe him. Mm-hmm. I just thought he was talking out of his. He was drunk.
Mm-hmm. And you've seen Matthew drunk before?
Yes.
How drunk was he that night?
Drunk. He'd been drinking whiskey.
Just whiskey or?
Yeah, just whiskey. He hadn't been drinking no beer. Or it was mixed. It was a mixed drink, I think.
But he never touched any beer?
Not that I know of.
It's just, have you ever known him to have whiskey before?
Yes.
And how did he react to it?
He just can't handle it. Like,
what do you mean he can't handle it?
I always thought it made him like mad. Like he got mad easier. Got drunk faster.
So you've been with him when he drank whiskey prior to this, and he's gotten drunk. What does he do when he wakes up? Does he remember? Does he not remember? Does he ask you what happened? Nothing like that. Anything like that? No.
Her body language continued to show that she was very nervous. Leaning towards the officer when asked about the drink showed that she was more interested in that part of the interrogation. Montana probably has still left things unsaid, or perhaps the pressure was sending her to a breaking point.
Is he normally able to recall events after having drunk whiskey?
This last revelation contradicted what Matthew had claimed when he was first interrogated. While she has helped the officers about Matthew, it was time for the officers to shock her with the latest development.
Why would a witness who was driven by the scene prior to the 911 call, accident, if you will, put your car at the scene of that?
My car?
Yes, ma'am.
This came as a shock to her, and to regain composure, she repeated, "My car," paused, then continued.
I don't know because my car never moved until the evening after everything had happened to come to go stay at my parents' house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your car was never there?
No.
You know, I got a witness that can say that. The car, because this witness sat behind your car for 2 minutes before you or somebody, a female, waved her on to go around.
My car, as far as I know, my car never left.
Mm-hmm.
And if it did, I was not driving it.
From her last statement, it can be inferred that she believed if her car was spotted at the scene, it was someone else that drove it, giving her a chance to drive home her point that she was nowhere near the crime scene.
You would have been driving.
I don't know.
What else has keys to your car?
Nobody. I have one set of keys. That's it.
And they were with you?
They were, I don't remember if I took my keys out of my car and put them on the counter at the grandparents' house or if I left them in the car.
We've got a lady that's willing to step on the stand and put your vehicle there. Just want you to hear me, okay? I'm not trying to box you, and I need you to be straight. I know you got kids, and you're probably trying to stay out of it as best you can, okay? Don't answer me, okay? Just listen to me. If you were there, okay, for any reason, just because you're scared or you're trying to help this bad situation, we need to know about it, because if you're lying about it, okay, for any reason, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I mean, people get like that. I need to know if you were there or if you were called down there for any reason to help him or whatever, like, what have you done or whatever, you know. I need to know, because this ain't done. And if we put you there, like, we already got one witness, put your car there, okay. There's a difference between being a witness, okay, and being a suspect. You understand? You need to be honest. You told me that, you told him that you had no idea that she was dead. Well, he texted you clear as day. Let me see your phone again, I'll show you the text. You know, he clearly says, I have Libby's keys. And so let me read it out to you, that way you know. Going to get Libby. Where is she? I'm pulling out of the driveway. And then you call him up. So you're the sorriest piece I've ever seen. He left his kids there.
His grandma.
London.
As he was, I think as he was pulling out, his grandma's pulling out to pick him up.
Okay. I'm home. This is all at 3:23 a.m. He says going to live. That's where that conversation. So you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then you call him a sort of 3:28 a.m. Quick trip apparently, because at 3:34, but you're awake. Okay. He says, I'm home. I've got Libby's keys in her phone. Where is she? You say. He replies, all this goes down within simply from 3:23 to, he says, you're down 3:34 a.m. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, Montana, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to be honest. Okay. You need to be completely honest. You've got 2 kids to worry about. Okay. If you know more, if you were there, you need to tell us now, because your life's about to change, okay?
Under pressure to speak, she now had a choice. Come clean or keep digging herself deeper, especially now that the text from Matthew left no room for denial.
I'm not holding anything back. I've told y'all everything that I know. I never left that house once I got there. Never. Not till the next day whenever my mom come and picked me up and we went to my apartment to get diapers and I come back.
You mean to tell me less than an eighth of a mile while you're awake? And how many minutes is that? A 10-minute span? 11? 11 minutes, and you're still talking to it. You never heard going on?
I did not. No, I did not hear nothing. I never heard nothing. I never went down there. Nothing. I never.
Did anybody in that house go down there and use your car?
Not that I know of.
I need you to think. Put that thinking cap on, girl. I'm telling you, because your car has been put at the scene. We have a problem. This is a car that has one set of keys to it that you're in possession with. You with me? I'm using your words, not mine.
I'm with you, but I never got in. Once I got there, I never got in my car.
Would his mother have went down?
She could have. If she did, I was asleep. Or his grandma.
You wasn't asleep.
You'd think if she were lying, she'd be irritated or defensive, but she wasn't. That in itself was suspicious. Then there was the other twist. A woman had been spotted at the scene that night. Her car had been seen there too, close enough to be a match, though the description was not crystal clear. Montana had no idea what was coming for her. Or maybe, just maybe, someone else had been there that night, using her car as the perfect cover.
Okay, you're texting this gentleman. Why he's in the middle of a homicide?
Okay,
for
but I
God's
was awake.
sakes?
His mom never left.
Nobody said it.
Correct.
I know there's something you hold back.
There's nothing.
Ma'am, I'm just telling you, I can see it.
There's nothing I'm holding back. Nothing. I'm telling y'all everything I know. Everything. I understand I have 2 kids. This is why I've agreed to do everything that y'all have asked me to do. Everything. I'm not holding nothing back. Libby was my friend. She was my kid's stepmom.
Despite her emotional pleas, all the evidence pointed to one thing. She wasn't being entirely truthful. Something just didn't add up. Sensing the cracks in her story, the officers finally decided to push further. They hooked her up to a polygraph test, ready to see if the truth would finally come out.
Have you ever had a polygraph before? Okay. A little nervous coming in, worried about it?
Yeah.
Are you? Most people are, and I'll tell you my experience with that is the nervousness comes from one of 2 or 3 different areas. One, just unknown, never having done it before, it's a little nerve-wracking.
And as I go to get out, he's at my driver's side door and starts choking me again. I start honking the horn, hoping somebody would hear me and come out there and get him off of me and get him to calm down or something like that. Well, when I start honking my horn, he leaves and he goes back to his house. And then I go in through the back door of the brick, that we call it the brick house. Go in through the back door of the brick house, and his mom is sitting in there watching TV. I guess she never heard me. And I just start crying, and I hit my knees telling her what was going on because I was so upset, plus being drunk. It was just a mix of emotions running through me. And she gives me a nerve pill to calm me down. And I lay down on the couch, and I was going through my phone, and I seen where Matthew had commented on something on Facebook that I posted earlier that day. We had our work Halloween party at work that day, and all of the employees were the emojis or whatever, and I was the cowboy emoji or whatever, and I had a cowboy hat on in the picture, and it was a straw hat, and he commented on it and said, "It's felt season," talking about a felt cowboy hat. I never commented back or anything. I texted him, and I said, "How are you going to threaten me and then comment something on Facebook?" Because the whole time he was choking me, he was threatening me, all that. And that's when he starts texting me. We were exchanging messages back and forth, and he told me to come get the kid because he had the kids at the time. He told me to come get them because he was about to leave to go pick Libby up. Well, his grandma nor his mom will let me leave, so the grandma goes down there and gets the boys, and she brings the boys back up there to the house with us, and we exchanged a few more messages, and I went to sleep, woke up.
What was the content of those messages?
Oh, just about how he wanted to keep Bobby and Libby, and he said he had Libby's keys in her phone or something, and I asked him where Libby was, and he said, which I never thought anything of it, because when he gets drunk like that and gets mad, he always says stuff to that extent. So I never once thought that he was actually going to do something like what he did.
She claimed a pill had left her memory fuzzy about who took her car that night. As for Matthew's message, she dismissed it. It wasn't the first time he'd said something like that. But when the real questions started, an unexpected discovery changed everything.
Regarding Libby's, you intend to answer truthfully each question about that. Did you shoot Libby? Did you participate in shooting Libby? Are you covering for the person responsible for Libby's death?
Her hand movements remained steady until the moment she was asked if she was covering for someone. A slight change, barely noticeable, but enough to raise curiosity. The test was about to reveal something interesting.
All right, Montana, I explained to you early on before we started, 3 things have to happen to pass the test. 100% truthful. Entirely truthful. Second thing was your body needed to respond the way it should when you tell the truth and you tell a lie. Your body did that. Third thing was to follow instructions. Yes, no. You had one little hang up, no big deal. You failed that test miserably. Terribly. So what does that tell me?
But it tells you I'm not telling the truth, but I'm telling the truth.
This is kind of like what I told you earlier. I believe that you've told me a whole lot of the truth today, but I don't think you told me everything. You're probably holding something back. I know you don't know anything about Polygraph, and I don't normally do this with a lot of people, but I want to show you something. See this highlighted area right here? see this highlighted area right here? You see this right here? Along with your cardio going up, all that is a significant sign of deception. When I'm asking you, see that little red right there? That's me asking you a question about Livy. Okay? Let's go down here. Here it is again. Look, same thing. So this one flattened out a little bit. There's still one. Now I will tell you, a lot of times on the first charts that we run, the responses may be a little bit more higher just because the person hadn't really settled down. You know what I mean? But on the second one, look, there it is again. Here's asked a question about Livy. There it is again. Asked you a question about Livy. I mean, it's just every question. When we score these charts, there's a scoring system used, and if you score a -4 or less, which would be -4, -5, -6, -7, a -4 or less, you fail. What do you think you scored? -19. It's terrible.
Despite everything that came to light, Montana stuck to her story. She was innocent, but the officers weren't convinced. A woman had been at the scene. They were sure of it. Still, a polygraph wasn't solid proof, and without concrete evidence, they had no choice but to let her go, even though her body language reeked of suspicion. With the case at a standstill, they knew it was time to take a different approach.
What do you know about Matthew? You said you don't like him. I know you don't like him. Why don't you like him?
He's just, cocky, always wants to run his mouth and everything. I know he was crazy and his family's crazy and everything, and Matthew's done some dumb before. Yeah, I don't like Matthew. I think before all this, I never liked him. I mean, I just think, I don't care for him.
Have you ever known Matthew to threaten to kill somebody?
Yeah. He was with Livy, but Montana starts dating somebody else. It just pisses him off, and he's like, I'm gonna him, popping off like that. Yes, I've heard him say it.
Have you ever took those threats as being serious or just?
You told me Matthew's a jealous type. He runs around with Montana still. Even though they're ex-wife. Doesn't know him. Runs around with Levy. And then we have the third girl that these two don't even know about. And yet he's jealous because they're seeing.
That's kind of.
Is that Matthew or is that?
It's kind of him. I hate to say that, but that's the way I see it.
Can you tell me, Matthews, was he aggravated? Did he seem aggravated that night? Was he happy? Was he?
And before everybody started getting there and everything, it was just being Bobby and him. I mean, he'd been drinking whiskey for like 3 weeks straight. And he'd been acting different than he normally acts. He'd been waking up like at daylight and starting drinking whiskey and drink all day long and all night.
So Levy's told you in the past that Matthew would threaten. What would he threaten to do?
Well, she's told me there's been times where he's threatened to hit her or whatever, and then one day they had gotten into an argument and she came to Taylor's house, and I went over there with her, and we were all just laying in Taylor's bed, and she was telling us about how, I don't remember if she said that Matthew threatened to or if he really did, but she said something about how he had threatened or either did pull a gun.
Have you ever known Matthew to be violent towards Livy or Montana?
Yeah, both of them.
Have you physically seen that?
It's true. I've seen bruises and cuts and all that. And he's told me he's done it before on his own mouth.
You've seen bruises and cuts on who?
Both of them.
On both Livy and Montana?
After his breakup in October, Matthew spiraled, drinking heavily until jealousy took over. He attacked Montana, chased her to his grandparents' house, then went after Livy. Investigators believe he ran her off the road, damaged her car, then shot her before stealing his cousin's vehicle. Strangely, he was later found curled up near her car, waiting to be discovered. Instead of closing, the case unraveled. Conspiracy theories, a fugitive on the run, and legal delays led to Matthew's release on reduced bail, leaving the town on edge. Tensions peaked when Livy's mother confronted him at a gas station. Before things could spiral further, new charges surfaced, leading to Matthew's second arrest. But any hope for justice was short-lived. Just days into his trial, he vanished. The once cocky defendant was now a fugitive, slipping into the shadows while his case continued without him. The verdict? Guilty. A 99-year sentence. But without Matthew in custody, justice still felt out of reach. For 11 months, he remained one of Texas's most wanted, until a tip led officers to a secluded house near his grandparents' home. He was found casually smoking a cigarette on the back porch, his freedom ending as quickly as it began. But the case wasn't over. Authorities turned their attention to those who may have helped him. In November 2023, Cindy Edgar, his mother, was arrested for aiding his escape. As her case remains pending, one thing is certain: Matthew Edgar is finally behind bars, where he belongs. Next, we look at the moment young Amber Atul's parents received the horrifying news of her passing. Another tragedy unfolded, one that would raise more questions than answers.
Master just pronounced her deceased.
Oh my God, man. She's gone.
What?
She's gone.
On July the 28th, 2023, officers responded to the shooting of Alexi Archuleta, who was hanging out with her friend Porfirio and other teenage friends in a house where Porfirio's father had left his guns unlocked. This was a tragic mistake that turned out to be fatal.
I'm gonna have to ask you, bro. What you're doing right now is not helping. I'm gonna need you to either go sit down over here or just give us a second, okay? You don't need to be upset. I understand it's your sister. I understand, but what you're doing right now is I understand, but what you're doing right now is not helping. Okay, I'm not trying to be an asshole to you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not trying to be an asshole to you. I'm trying to help you, buddy.
Yeah, you
okay? What you're doing right now isn't helping. Please just go over there with them.
All you guys doing is filling for calls. I don't think you're doing much.
Well, here's the thing, dude. The medics are on the way. All we can try to do is keep her alive while the medics are here.
She
is. She has a pulse.
How
So
good?
it's pretty good. So can you please just go over there and let us do our job, please? It's okay. It's okay, but I understand you're upset. I totally get it. Okay. We're gonna need you to back up, please. Please.
No.
Guys,
No.
being here is not gonna help.
No.
Believe me. Let us do
It's
our
my
job.
sister.
Let us do our
It's my
job.
sister.
Travis knows exactly
It's my
what he's
sister.
doing. Travis knows exactly
It's
what
my
he's doing.
sister.
I understand.
Is she alive?
The closer you are,
Does she?
the closer.
Hold on.
Yes.
Does she have a pulse?
She has a pulse.
Right
okay?
now?
Yes.
Right now?
She has a pulse.
Right now?
I just need to step back for a second. I understand it's your sister, and I understand you love her. We're gonna do everything we possibly can to help her. Okay? I promise you. I promise you that. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. I understand you're mad. I understand you're mad, bro. I'd be mad too.
Let go.
Buddy, I'm gonna need you to step back because
Let go.
they're working on her. Let them work
Okay,
on her.
I won't touch. I'll just
Stop yelling at them. Stop freaking out. Just let us do our job. Okay?
Called it.
Okay.
So we're gonna shut it down, clear the scene.
Your copy is down, great.
Let's get some tape and
start taping everything off.
Tape everything off. Put the unit in the road. I want to block off whatever we can.
At first, the investigating cops were led to believe that it was an accident, a drive-by shooting. However, the truth proved to be far more sinister than that.
I'm looking for a casing too down there. I haven't seen anything yet. They said it happened down here on the street, and that's where I'm looking. Hey Siri. Okay, Google. Call Chief.
Sure, call his chief.
I'm not sure if it was down here. He said it seemed like they carried her up here, but this was closed. So I'm guessing they carried her through here.
2393.
Was she inside?
We drove her in here to get tissues.
From the front door?
Huh?
From the front door? Okay.
But she didn't get no blood because I grabbed the carpet and we kind of like wrapped her in it.
Okay. Who are you on the phone with?
My mom.
Can you show me where you got her from, please?
The road?
Yeah. Like where
specifically? To my dad.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where she was at so I can secure the scene in that area.
It's right there by that dumpster, you know, by the red house?
Wait, oh, down the road further?
Like just right there by that red house?
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
So you carried her all the way over here?
Well, my friend came knocking on the door and said someone shot my sister.
Shockingly, the story was totally different when the officers began to speak with the other witnesses.
We're all chilling, having a good old time, and we just like went to his backyard and like we're done messing with his goat. And we ended up going to the front, and we ended up going back into his house. And then next thing you know, he pulls out, I think it's a revolver, the one that has like a spinning barrel.
Okay.
He pulls out one of those.
It was a handgun?
Yeah.
Okay, who does?
And then he ends up pointing it at her, and she went to go.
Give me 1 second, okay? Pulled out a 22. Was it a 22? What kind of revolver do you know?
I don't know my
You just know that it was a revolver handgun, right?
Yeah, I know it's one of those spin.
Got you. Okay.
And he points it at her,
and she went to go like take it away from her face, right? All of a sudden, you just hear a boom. I look, and I see her fall to the ground. Next thing you know, she starts to bleed.
So he shot her in the face with the handgun?
Yeah,
Where were you guys when he shot her with the handgun?
I think the kitchen.
You guys were inside the house when it happened?
Yeah.
At this time, further investigation by the cops uncovered an ungodly idea by Porfirio to cover up the truth, and things began to take a different turn at this point.
Is it okay if I speak to you? Tell him what he wanted you to help him do. He asked you to help him carry you to the roadside.
That's very true. When I forgot about that, but when like he was like over there, when he said he was gonna kill himself, he kept asking me if like to get her to the road, to say like somebody drove by and shot her, like a drive-by.
There was a story of a vehicle driving by.
Oh. Yeah, he made that story up whenever he shot her and took her outside.
What did he tell you about that?
He tried to make up the story that a drive-by happened right next to that dumpster in front of his on the road. Tried to say a drive-by happened right there, and that her brother went to his house freaking out about it, and they ended up dragging her over there.
Meanwhile, a few moments later, Amber's father received the worst news of his life, and his reaction said it all.
Hi, sir. I understand, sir. Can you talk to me for just a couple minutes? Sorry, the EMS just pronounced her deceased.
Oh my God, man.
So,
She's gone. What? She's gone. Can I please go see her?
yes, sir. I'll have one of my guys meet you. I'm trying to stay out here to block this off.
Yeah, I'm fine.
404, 406. You have the father walking in now. He's got carpenter knee pads on, a blue t-shirt and a baseball cap. I'm sorry, sir. My condolences. I'm honestly, I'm gonna do my damnedest to figure out what happened. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but my son called me. Oh God, I don't know. I can't do it.
In a very funny twist, Porfirio's father, who seemed to be cooperating a while back, suddenly restrained his son from speaking to the officers. But that turned out to be a very big mistake.
It's Officer Mata with State Police, bro. Come on out. Come on out, man.
He's not talking to nobody.
We're gonna sit over here, bro.
He's not sitting over here.
Oh, it's your boy?
Yeah, it's my boy. We talked to an attorney. Any question, anything can be done.
Okay, we're just trying to make sure. Is this the scene where it happened?
It is
well,
now.
the body's in the back. There's no scene. There's nothing in here.
Okay, I need you guys to step on out.
Brown, come on.
We can't. No.
I need you guys to step on out.
You have a warrant?
There's gonna be a warrant.
Well,
we have detectives on the way. We need you guys to step on out now.
We've tried cooperating. These guys have already let people go that were here.
So what's the issue?
There's an issue because why are we supposed to sit here?
You live here?
Yeah, I live here. This is my home.
Okay. Are there any neighbors that we can talk to?
There's
where you can hang out?
No. There's not.
What's your name, bro?
William Brown. William Brown. There's not any neighbors we can hang out. What are we supposed to do?
Huh?
What are we supposed to do?
Well, step on out.
No.
You have detectives on the way. They're going to interview you.
No, they're not. An attorney is going to be present.
You can call your attorney to come on down. We'll talk to
We're not talking. They said you guys can wait to schedule. You guys can call LMIS's office.
Okay, that's fine. We'll have him come down if he wants to talk to us now. We're not going to be calling anybody.
We're not going to be...
We have investigations to do, man.
Well, we're not
got to
gonna be
find out what's
talking
going on.
As far as you, would you be okay to give us a statement?
I wasn't even home.
Okay, so you just got here just now, or did you just get here after the incident?
Yeah. I was at work when my son called me about it happening.
Did your son tell you anything like that?
He just said that there was a girl that was shot and he didn't know what to do.
Did he say who shot the girl?
You can't go, Ashley, you can't go there.
Did he say who shot the girl?
He said a black SUV.
After determining that the drive-by story was a hoax, there was only one thing left for the officers to do.
Where are you taking him?
To a unit.
What unit? Well, did you bring the unit to the house?
No, we're walking down the main street.
For what? For what? That's what I'm asking.
That's all I have to tell you. He's being detained this time. I think it's pretty obvious he's being detained.
Well, but what? He didn't do nothing.
Listen, he's being detained. I didn't say he's being arrested. He's being detained with us. That's it. That's going to be in the end of it, okay?
He's not leaving. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do
and it will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one can be provided to you at no cost. You also have the right to have your parent present during questioning. You understand your rights? Okay.
You would think things ended on that note, but unfortunately things took a different turn for William Brown when he attempted something stupid.
I'm not. I'm just guys. Well, he's telling my attitude sucks. Well, don't Well, what do you expect?
You have a dead girl in your... Do you not understand the severity of this?
I do.
Sure. Go that way.
I've been trying to cooperate with the cops.
Hold on.
Well, they're taking him. He said I could walk with you guys.
You need to calm down.
I am, but your
I don't want to
officer,
put you in
I
cuffs.
wasn't even talking to them.
And I just told him to leave so he didn't aggravate you anymore. But you can't keep doing this because then I'll put you in cuffs. And I don't want to do that. You've done nothing wrong.
There's a lot of guns in that house, right? And none of them are secured?
Most of them are secured. I have a few that are out.
You have a few that are out. Okay, with that right there, have your hands, put your hand on your back.
I don't understand this. Can you just explain it to me?
Yeah, he's going to explain it. So basically, there's a, I'm going to explain so the statute 30-7-4. 1 is admitting and making a firearm accessible to a minor, resulting in great bodily harm. Yeah. So she's not fucking yes. So we have enough.
In the end, Porfirio was arrested on charges of murder. Next, we turn to the case of a heartbroken father who received the gut-wrenching news of his daughter losing her life in a hit-and-run accident.
I'm sorry to regret to inform you she's passed away.
No, man, come on.
I'm sorry.
Please, I need to know where my grandbaby is. I need to know where my grandbaby is. You do not finna negotiate with me about my granddaughter. All right. You understand that? I will help you. Do not finna negotiate with me.
On January the 11th, 2022, police officers responded to a disturbing hit-and-run scene where the female victim was left without help on the floor. When the cops began to investigate, they began to uncover several things.
23, I got lanes 2 and 3 shut down all northbound lanes on Highway 100 as far south as we can go. Is she awake? Are you awake?
We haven't tried to. Ma'am, I tried the police.
Who found her?
And so I shut down all northbound lanes. And then
you just got off the... Okay. Did you see what happened?
Collecting witness statements from people around the crime scene, police soon discovered something shocking and how unfortunate the young lady was.
You saw it? I was with her. We just got off the bus.
Okay.
We on our way to work. And I made it across the street.
Okay, let's go over here, okay? Because they need the scene. Okay, so what all happened?
Okay, we getting off the bus and across the street. I made it on the sidewalk already. The cars was like, it's like when we go across the cars was just coming faster when they seen it coming across the street. I made it to the sidewalk, and when I turned around to see what she behind me, I just see the car hit her. She was right here, and she flew from right here all the way down there.
Okay.
And the car just kept going.
What kind of car was it?
I wasn't able to see the car. I just seen her going in the air.
Who am I giving this report to? Alright. Witnessed struck by a sedan that fled. No carotid pulse. She was found face down.
We'll just pick her up. Face down, no carotid pulse, started CPR.
Yes, I did.
This particular witness saw something very interesting.
What'd you see, ma'am?
So I was driving in the middle lane, and there was a car in front of me, and then a car on the right lane driving faster. I saw a black figure moving, which was the girl who got out of the way. She had a black coat on.
Where was she moving?
She was crossing the street.
From that way to this way, from the median?
Correct.
Right where she was found?
No, I didn't see her. I saw the other girl that got.
Oh, the other girl?
Side. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know anyone else. I didn't see anybody else. Slammed on their brakes. I saw the bag fly in the air. I thought they just hit like garbage or something. And then they just zoomed off. And then I pulled over when I realized she was standing over her body.
You?
Like to touch her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both felt for pulses.
Okay. Was there a pulse?
I don't believe I felt one. I couldn't tell definitively.
Okay. Is that your vehicle here?
Mine is the inside one. Dropped this off at around like 6:20.
I think about 6:20. Do you remember what bus you were on? Like the
28.
The 28.
The number of the bus. It should be coming back this way.
Okay. So you guys got dropped off where
right there
exactly?
at the bus stop.
On the other side?
Yeah. And we just walking across the street.
Okay.
She got hit right here, but she flew all the way down.
Do you remember like where exactly in the street
Well,
she
your
was?
car, that car right there.
So in the middle lane, you think that's where she was? Okay.
When you first located her, was she face down, face up, face down? Okay. And then you just checked for a pulse, so you couldn't find a pulse.
Okay. Where did you see it?
Sorry.
Are you calling 106?
So I was
Abram County,
driving.
47 minutes to 1 hour.
I was driving to work,
Grab it.
Okay.
and
Going to Freighter?
I work at Spine Care and Highway 100 Watertown Plank Road.
Okay.
The witness painted a disturbing image of the accident, but it got even worse.
And I was driving north, and I saw two people. I was going slower because this morning I saw two people run across the street. I think I saw one cross and the other one. I don't even know what kind of car hit it.
You see her laying on the ground, you check for a pulse, there's no pulse, you come up here on the sidewalk, and then the police arrive.
We got there, they were on the phone with 911. People were taking a statement. The responder wanted us to flip her onto her spot or on her back, check the pulse, start CPR if possible. At that time, that's when the police showed up. Before we.
So did you start CPR at all?
No, we did not.
Officer started. Gotcha. Okay. And that's your car. You guys can take off if you'd like.
So you saw a car hit somebody?
Somebody, yeah.
Okay. And they were crossing the street?
They were crossing this way.
So they were coming from that side of the road?
They were coming from Toyota.
Okay.
Or that direction.
Kind of where that in front of the
white thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I always go this direction to work, and I'm slower. It's morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
I saw one make it across the street, and I honestly didn't know there was another person till they flipped up in the air, and the car hit him. I'm sorry.
More witnesses gave their statements to the cops to help them understand what had happened.
All right, so you guys started crossing. Those are the only cars you saw. Did it seem like there were a bunch?
It was a bunch.
So like a group of them? Okay. All right. Okay, so you saw them coming. You said you made it up onto the sidewalk.
Yeah, and when I turned around, I seen her like, ah!
Okay.
And when she said, the car just hit her.
Okay. So you saw her. Did you see her get hit, or did you just hear it? Okay. So you saw when you were up on the sidewalk, and you saw her get hit. That's when you turned around. You saw her here.
Yeah, and I had when I seen her drop, I had ring and dropped all my stuff, and I was trying to see if she was moving or woke or anything. Yeah. And when I didn't see that, the lady, I don't know, she had left. It was a shorter lady.
Okay.
And when I seen that she got the phone, I went got her cousin and banged on the door and told her that something wrong with her.
Okay.
Since the young lady was unconscious, the officer's biggest problem was finding a way to get across to her relatives. Fortunately, it didn't take long for some people to come up with some useful information.
So are you uncle then also? Are you related to Miss Harris?
I'm like an uncle.
Like an uncle?
Yeah, we own this, but I'm like a.
But she's been working here. Okay.
Me and her father is real best friends.
All right. And you're the owner here, sir?
Yeah, me and my wife is.
All right. Your last name, sir?
No, she'll make it.
Like I said, they're giving her medical attention right now. I haven't talked with anyone. I haven't had any contact with her, so I can't give you an update. But, what's your address? Okay, so who'd you get a phone call from? Okay, is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. So he called you. What did he tell you happened?
He just cried and just said that she was dead. That's it. And my wife came and woke me up, and I jumped up to my cousin and raced out here. Already on my way out here.
Okay. Do you know about how far, Dad?
He said he ain't too far from here.
Far? Okay.
However, despite all the challenges that the cops had faced so far with the young lady, the most challenging task for them was how to relate the news of her unfortunate passing to her loving parents. When they approached her father, he thought it was just a usual routine interaction with the cops and was unaware that he was about to receive the most heartbreaking news any parent would ever want to hear.
What was your name, sir?
My name is Ontario. Can you come on with the information?
Yeah, sir. Okay. What's your daughter's name?
My daughter is in the ambulance.
Okay. What's her, sir?
We just have to confirm her information.
Donisha Harris, man.
Okay, what's her birthday?
She, 5301.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure Uncle gave you a rundown on everything. Sure, Uncle notified, or owner notified you of everything. Across the street, truck vehicle. So she's in the back of the ambulance right now, and I'm sorry to regret to inform you that she's passed away.
No, man. Man, come on.
I'm sorry.
Please. No. No, please. Come on, man. Yeah, you been. It's wrong, man. Come on. No, man. They working on her.
They were.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So, sir, at this point, we're still trying to investigate how this incident occurred. What time does she live with you currently? No. She lives with her mom. Do you know what time she usually leaves for work?
Gotta be. The first shift, you gotta be like 6.
Okay.
Why? Because you gotta be there at 7.
She'll be here at 6:30.
6:30. Okay.
So if her mother bring her to work, she'll probably leave about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but today she took the bus.
From my understanding, her mother dropped her off at the bus stop on the north side.
Okay.
And she caught the bus with another young lady that works here. And so they made it here. She said they made it at 6:20. So at 6:22, she heard her yelling. And the car hit her and just kept going.
Okay. And then you heard about this from him, is that correct? Okay.
Things got even more emotional when another member of the family showed up on the scene.
I need to know where my grandbaby is. I need to know where my grandbaby is.
You don't have that information, so we got to talk to her supervisor.
Where's my daughter? No, bro, it's not good time right now, boss.
Sure, I just let you know. We will talk to you, but you can't park right here.
I need to know where my people are. I need to know now.
Sir, this is an active crime scene. We can't have you crossing. Okay? Who are you here to get in contact with?
My grandbaby just got hit. I need to, my daughter just called me. I need to know where is my grandbaby.
Okay, like I said, we're willing to speak with you, but we can't have you park in your vehicle right here.
When you're semi, sir.
Okay, we can have it.
I can't drive right now.
Well, you can't park right here, unfortunately.
So you more worried about this truck?
I don't want another accident, okay?
I need to tell me where's my grandbaby.
I'll explain that to you.
I need to know where's my granddaughter.
If you move your semi.
So you do nothing to negotiate with me about my granddaughter.
All right.
You understand that?
I will help you.
Do nothing to negotiate with me.
I will help you if you help us.
No, I need to know where's my grandbaby.
Sir,
I need to know where's my grandbaby.
Get back in the truck.
You put me in the mother.
When you're ready to talk to us like an adult, I'll talk.
I'm asking you a question.
Sure.
Okay.
And I will explain to you. Her father is over there. Yeah. And he can explain something. You can't park your truck in this lane right here. You're going to cause another accident.
At this point, the scene had become very emotional. Before the officers were parents who couldn't believe that their beloved daughter had just passed. It felt like a nightmare for them. Only this time, this nightmare was real, and they would never see their beautiful daughter again.
All these lights out here.
It doesn't matter.
They're going to stop.
You want me to call your company?
I don't give a
Look at your
call them. I'll give you the number. Dial Terry out.
I'll go take the cab. Okay.
You gonna tell me where my granddaughter at? Where's my granddaughter? Where's the motherfucking hitter? Get the out of here. Oh, no, don't tell me that bullshit. Don't tell me that bullshit. Don't tell me the motherfucker. You son of a bitch. Oh, you son of a bitch. Y'all better give me. I can tell you that number. Y'all better get the motherfucker hit my granddaughter. So y'all will be out here again. You best believe that motherfucker. Oh.
Later that night, the officers tracked down and arrested the suspected driver of the hit-and-run vehicle. He claimed that he did not know that he had hit a person, and he did not stop because he was carrying a significant amount of money and did not want to be questioned. In the end, he was charged with a hit-and-run involving a fatality and was later sentenced to 8 years in prison.